Every captain here's earned their stripes.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the ComSpike is being developed at UC Star Station SY920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
I heard Estelle
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jimson.
I'm just saying.
Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Huan Daiyu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
She would be wise to do the same.
I sure hope so. She might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the ComSpike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it. Unfortunately, I have no idea. Like Naeva said, it's a prototype, so it could look like anything. Once you're inside SY920 and you're behind their firewalls, you should pick through their computer system. With any luck, it'll point you the right way.
Oh, and one more thing. SY920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Oh, okay. You'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that ComSpike in your cargo bay. We'll talk later.
The bright lights and reflections are almost enough to make you forget about those living down in the well.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. You know, the ones left over from the colony.
I take it you're Naeva's new recruit? careful. The walls have ears. SY920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Naeva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option. Good. Then we have a deal. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY920, you can't come and go as you please. We'll talk more on the ship.
I'm not much for prayer. Tried it once, didn't stick. But maybe it's like dating. I was just...
Cool spacesuit. Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack.
Everything seems to be where we left it.
Always looking for the next mark.
Excuse me.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
The less talking all of us have to do, the better.
You'll get no argument from me. It'll be hard enough explaining why I have 2 new crew members. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it. Alright, then get comfortable. We leave for SY920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to exit the crab drive. All systems go.
We'll graph jump the SY920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship, the fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare, Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
What is it? That is all?
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
Pardon.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
Howdy.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. I would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Hello.
Did you need something? I can do that. Hey. Assuming all systems are nominal, we are ready to depart. Hello. Of course, take your time.
You at the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu. And you found the intercom. That's a start. If I'm not mistaken, the maintenance door should be in front of you. If you can find a way to open it, it'll get you past the first checkpoint. I'm not worried. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Anyway, the door will let you access the vents. Go up the vents and to the barracks. You should find a uniform there. The uniform should get you through the checkpoint and to the elevators. We'll talk again once you get to the command bay.
You seen Elijah?
Probably downstairs searching for his maintenance key.
I feel sorry for the guy. He'd lose his own thumb if it weren't attached to the knuckle.
I mean, honestly, are we sure he hasn't lost that too?
Yeah.
Now, where did I put that darn thing? Oh! Well, this is embarrassing. I seem to have lost my key to the maintenance room again. I've covered pretty much every inch of this place, except for the forklift. But that one guard, the one I owe credits to, is parked right there, so I'd rather not go there.
Everything looks clear. Word is Commander Woods might be coming back. Maybe that'll put an end to all these checkpoints. Something I can help you with? Elijah? Probably lost the hair on the back of his head. I'll go see what it's about.
SY-920 Marines are hand-picked. To maintain op security, most of us here won't work another assignment.
State your business. Logging ensign level clearance. Go on ahead.
Your friend there have the same clearance?
Of course.
Then you're both good to go.
Yes?
This is Captain Huan Daiyu. Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some cover. Don't know what you're after, but I'm guessing there'll be another checkpoint. This far down, you might need a clearance code. We are of the same mind. No talking, no combat, and no trace. This station has a lot of old arteries. The blood has gone dry, but they still connect to its heart. Look for a maintenance area that should open a path to the archival computers. Going dark for now. We'll talk again once you've located your target.
Headed down to the engineering bay. Well, you better hurry. You know what they say, Marine.
Need your clearance code, Marine. I'll say. You might want to track down your commanding officer and have him clarify your post. Maybe they'll draw you a map.
Inform them they are clear to launch.
How are the tests for the ComSpike?
Dr. Vogel has put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
It's always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about the potential leaks?
No. Until you can provide more substantial proof, please.
Now that we are here, what will be our next course of action?
Daiyu here. Cargo's almost unloaded. We'll be departing shortly. You are, and I've delivered you just as Delgado asked. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other vessels you can steal. As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle that. You've made it this far without engaging in combat. I trust you'll have no issues moving further. It was an honor to work with a true professional. Good luck. If you make it out alive, next time you're at the Nova, I'll buy you a drink.
I've heard the team is looking
Excuse
for
me.
more test pilots.
Yes, if you have experience flying, you should try Dr.
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign? Oh yes. I've been studying decryption of all types for quite a long time. Probably since before you took your first crab jump. Signal protocol, quantum ratchet symmetry, interleaving data extrapolation. You name it, I've lectured on it. I've probably forgotten half of it, but I definitely knew it once. Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the ComSpike isn't a device, it's a module. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology.
Yes, you need me?
Wait, who are you? The ComSpike. But I can't just hand it to you. It's a module for a ship. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology. Its potential? Huh. We are far beyond potential. This is the biggest advancement in decryption tech since the Ondo-Patarak inference theorem. Everything beyond this point is purely extra credit. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure. Oh, it's ready. We're long past the inference stage. Statistical models can only go so far. And now that we've corrected the prior mishaps, it's time for real flesh and blood pilots to stress test the systems. The kind unafraid to make the necessary sacrifices. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be transferred to the station. They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to MAST. Splendid. That was fast. I thought I put in the request this morning. Normally my requests aren't given this much attention, let alone haste. It seems a tad suspicious. I see. It would have been nice if they kept me in the loop. I am the project lead, after all. Commander Natara, you say? Oh, well, we don't want to make her angry. She's terrifying. All right, you've convinced me. You're the new test pilot. You'll need a uniform and a terminal password to authorize a flight and get past Natara's cumbersome checkpoints. The uniform you can get in the locker room area, the password you get from me. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. And of course, best of luck. You are doing science a great service by undertaking this sacrifice.
pilot.
I've heard the technology in the station would make the FC surrender before we even started another war.
Your orders, Captain.
Prototype ship, you are not cleared for takeoff. What's going on over there?
Unauthorized launch from engineering. All ships, secure the prototype. Tango!
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me. Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here.
We'll secure that ship for you. The fleet is family. Stealing from each other is just what you call professional courtesy.
The fleet protects our own, but you turn against us, and you're dead.
Now you want to survive? The right gear can be the... See ya.
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades.
Nothing worse than a pirate ship.
Sharks are too scared to take the key.
Nice to know Naeva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet. I won't deny I helped. Let's hope the compensation reflects that, huh? Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that ComSpike. Sounds like you're on board as a true believer. I have to admit, the way things are going, I'm starting to believe myself.
Whether Crix's legacy is real or not, we have a job to do, and we will see it through.
Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado the good news.
Every captain here's under stripes.
It is almost impressive that the Crimson Fleet has managed to maintain this place.
Gotta make sure to train every day. Bad aim and bad health will get you killed. As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problem. I'm only stationed on the quay until the heat dies down. Then it's back to raiding and pillaging.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the ComSpike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Huan Daiyu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. ComSpike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right, that leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. It's the giant shroud that covers the entire city. Big ugly thing that Generdyne uses to absorb lightning strikes. When you arrive in Neon, I'm sure your contact will fill you in with all the boring details.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, Naeva. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet, You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
We have dealt with more than a few of your captains. This one should be no problem.
You did right by one. But she's almost as green as you two. Estelle is different.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
What kind of name is Sysdef anyway?
You see Sysdef as a joke. They haven't caught us yet. Sometimes we'll take the long-range fighters out for grav jump.
Do what Commander Ikande says, and you'll go far.
The commander...
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint. That's exactly what we're looking for in a Sysdef operative.
Then you were most fortunate you coerced us into helping you, not some half-mad spacer.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the ComSpike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. The fact that our common enemy owes its existence to the United Colonies, of course. It was the riot at the Lock, touched off by Jasper Cricks, that inspired him to create the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake, and Mast will authorize an all-out assault.
It's long overdue. All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
Word is you had to steal classified tech from a UC station. Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come.
Keep moving, the scanners won't hurt you.
That side's a bad place for tourists these days.
Astral Lounge, Euphorica, blah blah blah. This place is where it's at.
You looking to get zoned?